Welcome and or welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah Blackwell and today I'm going to be sharing with you my June TBR. I'm really excited for this video because May has turned out to be such an amazing reading month that I'm just so excited to get to June and just see what I can get to in June. I have so many books that I want to read. I'm just living my best reading life right now. I've been reading a lot of romance and I have a feeling that that trend is going to be continuing through June and I'm just fine with that. I have a lot of historical romances I want to read, fantasy romances, some cozies too, and just more. I have so much more. Alien romance. Yeah, I have a lot of books I really want to get to. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you do so. Don't forget to click the like button and comment down below and let me know what you are planning to read in June. I cannot believe it is already June. I can't believe it. All of my social media is linked down below in the description. If you want to follow me on any social media like Instagram or Goodreads, that's all down below. And yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get into this video. But before we do, I have to talk about one of my favorite drinks, and I've talked to you guys about this before, and that is Magic Mind. They have decided to partner with me again, and I could not be happier. I love Magic Mind. I've talked to you guys about this before. This is a drink that helps with my energy, it helps with my concentration, my focus, my daily performance as a mother, as a booktuber, as a gardener. With everything that I do, I am a busy person and there are a lot of expectations that I feel like we all deal with, whether it be society or your family or your work or whatever have it be. We are all busy people. We have a lot to do. There's a lot expected from us, and Magic Mind can really be a huge game changer when it comes to that. I personally have anxiety and ADHD. I've talked to you guys about my journey with that too, and it makes such a huge difference with my mental clarity and my focus. It's really easy to drink. It's just like a double shot. You can take it as a shot, you can mix it, you can pour it over ice, however you want to do it. It tastes mostly like matcha with a little bit of like honey in it. What I love about Magic Mind is I can have my coffee and have this. Like, it's not a replacement, and that is perfect because I need my coffee. I'm a coffee every morning kind of person, but this has caffeine that is slowly released, and that makes a really big difference. It is just the perfect mental performance shot for your day-to-day life, especially when you look at all of the distractions we have going on in the world. Having something like this to help with your mental clarity and your daily performance is just a huge game changer. Like I said, the caffeine is time released, so you're not dealing with a major crash or anything like that. And it also has other ingredients that are really helpful for your brain clarity and your mental focus. And I have really awesome news for you guys. You can use my code HannahBlackwell20 to get 48% off of your subscription for Magic Mind, which is flipping amazing. So if you get a subscription for Magic Mind, you get 48% off. Or if you want to do a one-time purchase, you can get 20% off with my Hannah Blackwell 20 code. There's even a 100% back money guarantee within the first 100 days of trying it, so there's literally no risk. You can just try it, and if you are not satisfied, which isn't going to happen, but if you're not satisfied, you can get a 100% refund too, which is really cool of them to offer. I have loved Magic Mind for over a year now. Thank you so much, Magic Mind, again for sponsoring today's video. So I have decided to organize my TBR for June based on what I have available to me. So like my library hold, the audiobooks that I have out from Libby, what is available on Anyplay, which I've switched from script to, well, it's Everand, but I've switched to Anyplay. And then also just like what I want to read in June. Some of these books I might get to before the end of May. It's just basically these are the books I definitely want to pick up next. I'm reading 2 books right now, so definitely these, if I do start these probably won't be finished this month, but we'll see. I've been reading like crazy, but these are the books I am currently really wanting to get to. You guys know that I'm a mood reader, so it could change, but I am still reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and I actually found out that Anyplay has the audiobooks for this, and I've been reading them so slowly, so I think that's going to be a huge difference for me to be able to read the audiobooks. This is a reread anyway, but I'm going to be finishing at least this first book. Oh my goodness. I've been supposed to be doing this read along with The Hideaway and I'm way behind and I need to get with it. But I will be reading that. If you haven't heard of The Way of Kings, this is like the first book in the Stormlight Archive. It's Brandon Sanderson's like big baddie epic fantasy series. And it's kind of like a political war fantasy. I don't know, guys, this is a really hard book to explain. I always have a hard time, but this is like a political epic fantasy. It's got this really cool world building and I really love it. I've not been in a super epic fantasy mood, so that's kind of the only thing that's been keeping me from my reread. And then I also just got the audiobook from my library for Payback's a Witch, so I'm going to be getting to this one either at the end of May or beginning of June. I'll still have it for at least like 4 or 5 days into June. This is a sapphic witchy rom-com, and this was super kindly gifted to me by Kristen, and I really appreciate that. Kristen, thank you so much. And I really am excited about this book. I don't know much about it. I think this is a romance between two women who both have the same ex, and they somehow bond over that. But I don't know much else about it. But other than it's sapphic, it's like a cozy witchy rom-com kind of thing. And I'm looking for some more witchy books. There was a witchy book I read recently and really enjoyed, and it kind of got me in the mood for more witchy books. And then I do believe my audiobook for When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker is going to be ready in June. It says it's 4 more weeks. I am the second in line, so it's probably going to be sooner than that I get to this. So it's probably going to be hopefully early June, but I've been wanting to read this book for a while, but I wanted the audiobook with it too, which is now released. Now I'm just waiting for my library's hold. It's a fantasy romance with dragons. I really liked this author's other series, To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. I read the first 3 books. That's all that's out so far in that series. I've really enjoyed it. She's got a very unique writing style, and it's like either you love it or you hate it. And I love it, so I know I'll be good, but I also usually read the audiobooks. So I wanted the audiobook for this one, but this book has gotten so much hype and I really want to read it. I feel so behind. I'm like, I love this author and everyone else has read it but me, and I want to read it. And then I also have the audiobook for Jasad Air, and I have the physical copy of this. This one was gifted to me by Kristen from Kristen Craves Books. I'll have both Kristens down below in the description. It's funny, I'm reading books that they both gifted to me in June, hopefully. But this one came out last year, and I think it's like an Egyptian style fantasy romance. I've heard it's been labeled as fantasy romance. It was on the Romantasy list for Goodreads best books of 2023, but a lot of people say it's just epic fantasy and there's also a romance in it. So I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to wait and see and find out. I'm going into it hoping for fantasy romance, but knowing that the romance is going to be on the lighter side. But I do really like Middle Eastern inspired fantasy. Like, I really like the Daevabad trilogy, and I want more like that. So, but I don't know anything about it, and like, I don't like reading the back of books, especially like on here. Like, I do it sometimes, but I don't love to do it. Okay, and then I have a few historical romances I want to get to. One, I just got the audiobook from my library, and it's Getting Scott in Here by Suzanne Enoch. I've never read anything by Suzanne Enoch before, but this is a Highlander romance. I'm pretty sure it's got a Scott in a kilt on the cover. So I think this might be an arranged marriage, but I could totally be wrong. I'm looking for more Highlander romances. I really enjoy Highlander romances. And I'd like to be able to do like a recommendation video for you guys too, but I don't think I've read enough yet for that. And then I've got In Bed with the Devil by Lorraine Heath. Sorry, there's like a sticker up here. I need to remove it. I'm really bad about removing the stickers on my historical romances, but this one is the first in this. It's a prequel series to The Scandalous Gentleman of St. James, but I'm not sure what this series is called, but it's another St. James one, but it's like the prequel series, like the first series. Anyway, I think that all of the characters in here are connected because they're all like grew up on the streets, I believe. So I think this is like a darker historical romance. Some of Lorraine Heath's books are like darker noir type historical romances, so I think that's what this is going to be. But I read 2 books by Lorraine Heath in May, and I fell in love with her writing, and I just want to read Lorraine Heath all day. I just want to read Lorraine Heath. Like, I really am excited to read as much of her backlist as I can get to. And then I have a Lisa Kleypas because I know I really enjoy Lisa Kleypas, and this is Mine Till Midnight. I think there's some questionable content in here in regards to how they refer to the hero in here because he is Romani and they use the G word, but I think this was written a while ago, like a good long time ago, and I'm not sure if it's been updated. I know Lisa Kleypas has been like secretly updating a lot of her books, but this is the original because this is the step back in it too. But this is the first book in the Hathaway series. So this one I think came after the Wallflower series, which I have not yet finished, but I'm going to be finishing this year. I don't own the winter and the spring one yet. I need to get my hands on those. I have the Christmas one, and then I have the ones that I've read, but I need to pick those up. But so I figured I would start the Hathaway series because I own 4 out of 5 of these, and I want to try more Lisa Kleypas. I've given every book I've read by her, I've given it 4, 5, or 6 stars. So that says something. And I need to read more. And I think that in this one, like, her family comes into an inheritance that they weren't expecting, and she's trying to navigate society. And I think she might somehow be trying to get help from the hero for this, but the hero might not want anything to do with London society. I'm not quite sure. I don't know for sure about this one, but I do know a lot of people love the Hathaway series, and I've loved Lisa Kleypas, so I definitely need to read this. And then I have to read a Ruby Dixon. I'm going to be reading Barbarian's Heart by Ruby Dixon. This is the 8th or 9th book of the series, I'm not sure. But in this one, we have like a memory loss trope. So the hero has gotten injured and he doesn't remember that he's got a wife and a newborn kid. If you've not read anything from this series, this is a series about these women who were kidnapped by these really mean, bad aliens, but then they're dropped on this planet and they meet these big blue aliens there that are not mean and they're very nice. And they all end up having these like fated mate relationships with them. So in this one, our hero and a heroine are already mated and they're already together. They have a kid, but he's gotten injured and he can't remember her. So it looks like it's kind of like a marriage in trouble / second chance type of romance between the two of them. I'm definitely interested in that. I know it's going to be a little bit sad, but also there's like overarching plot going on too that I'm very interested to see what happens next in this one based on what happened in the last book. So I'm looking forward to getting to, continue on in my Ice Planet Barbarians experience. And that's it. So I also have a lot of other books I'm very interested in getting to in June, but I think the rest is all going to be just kind of mood reading, picking up, seeing what I get. I think I only ended up reading like 3 or 4 of the books that were on my May TBR, so maybe half of my TBR, if that. So we'll see. You guys know how I am with my TBRs. This is definitely just like what I think I want to read now. So, but in 2 weeks, that might not be what I want to read. So, but this is what I think I'll get to. I usually get to at least around half of my TBR. I don't think I ever actually finish my TBR, but that's fine. That's okay. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you're looking forward to reading in June. Let me know if you've read any of the books on my TBR and what you think of them. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button. And as a reminder, don't forget to check out Magic Mind and use my code to get 48% off your first subscription or 20% off a singular order from Magic Mind. Magic Mind has just been a huge game changer in my life, and I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Don't forget to click the like button and check out all my social media down below in the description as well. Until next time, fellow readers, keep reading and living your best life.
You felt that way, and guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.